Hey guys, back with another true review, and I've got a pretty sweet one to look at today, and this is the Atomic Hawx Ultra. So the Atomic Hawx Ultra is the latest in the Hawx series of boots. It is a narrow fitting, high performance alpine boot, and it is really light. Now, a few different flex options available in this line. For the men's, we have a 100, 110, 120, and 130 flex. And for the women's models, there is an 80, 90, and 110 flex option. So there are some subtle differences in between these variances of models. The main thing that you're going to find different is going to be the liner used in each one of them. Also, there is a little bit of difference in weight. And also how stiff the boot is, obviously. Now, the last width on this Hawx Ultra is 98 millimeters, so quite a narrow fit throughout. But because this boot incorporates memory fit, it is quite easily expandable through the lower shell with their memory fit process. Now, the key elements in its construction, there's been a focus on reducing the wall thickness of the plastic shell, but also beefing up and reinforcing their main areas of power transfer. The main area of reinforcement you're going to see is going to be built into the spine, and you can see in the back of this cuff they've incorporated this whole section which is known as the asymmetrical energy backbone. Now, if you take a closer look at this backbone and how the cuff is mounted, you'll see quite the differential in height of pivot point from internal to external side of the cuff. And the whole idea with this design is just to keep the power transfer really efficient while remaining light. The cuff is actually incorporating a Gorilla Mid plastic, so saving a great amount of weight. Alright, so let's take this thing apart and have a closer look at some of its features. Now, depending on which model you buy will determine what grade of liner you get included in the boot. The 100 Flex is going to come with the Memory Fit Silver liner. The 110 is going to incorporate the gold. And then the 120 and 130 will include the platinum liner. So if you take a closer look at the liner, you can see it is the 3D pre-molded liner with the ankle pockets already shaped in place. The whole front half is a little bit softer and stretchier material for ease of fit. Across the instep, you can see we have a really good window built into the tongue to stop any blood flow being cut off. And it is just really nice. You get two big straps to help get you down into the heel pocket of the liner when you're putting the boot on. It will mold really well with the heat molding process, and you get some Velcro for a spoiler, even though I didn't find it included in this box. Now, back to the boot itself. Now, it is pretty straightforward. We do get 4 really solid feeling quality buckles, a really nice contour and shape through this navicular area, which is great. Also quite a generous, well-shaped toe box for a 98mm lasted boot. We do get cuff adjustment on either side of this cuff, which is also a plus. And then to what is probably my favorite feature on this boot, and that is the ability to alter the forward lean. So you can see the markings on the back of the cuff there of either 13, 15, or 17 degrees. So having the ability to undo this bolt and alter this forward lean to where you want it to be is awesome. Also, if you did want to beef up the flex on this boot, you have the ability to drill through and add a second bolt into the back of that plate. Now, boot board on the Ultra. So you can see we have this plastic boot board in the bottom. It even has a grippy pattern on top of it to keep that liner in place, prevent it from sliding. And the ramp angle of this boot board is going to provide 5 degrees. So we have a ramp angle of 5 degrees and a forward lean with the ability to adjust it 13, 15, or 17 degrees. Negatives, there's not much to speak of. I mean, you know me, I'm not a big fan of power straps that have fixed rivets in place. Overall, the power strap, pretty simple, straightforward, does the job. The other thing I find quite weird is you can see there's a hole right through the base of this heel piece. I have no idea for what purpose they would do that, besides maybe saving weight again. A bit weird. But there is the option with these heels and toes to actually get cantable grip plates. But that doesn't come standard in the box. It is something you're going to have to seek as an aftermarket option. Also in the box, you do get a shim designed to go in under your insole if you wanted to snug up that half size That's the whole idea. Also in the box, you will find that second bolt for the flex adjustment, and also this plate for when you're adjusting the forward lean that's going to sit in at the back of the cup. My opinion on this boot is I love it. Now the heel hold that you get out of this thing is absolutely incredible. It's probably one of the best boots that you will find for heel hold straight off the shelf. The other thing that's bordering on ridiculous is the weight. Now for a high performance alpine boot, this thing is super light. The other thing I really love is the closeness of fit that you feel in this boot. Now, even though it is a little bit lower instep height wise, the one thing that makes up for that is going to be that full window in the tongue of the liner. It avoids any of that downward pressure. So anyone with narrow leg, heels, ankles, also foot, but even if you do have a little bit wider forefoot with that memory fit, this is a versatile fitting boot. Honestly, this may even be the boot that I run with this year. I'm going to spend a little bit more time with it to see if I can make it fit. But for a lot of people out there, they're going to love the Hawx Ultra. So this boot for sure is firing up my stoke meter, and I'm going to give this one a rating of 9. Thanks guys, catch you in the next review.